Okay, so let's discuss about the session method. In the session method, what happens here in the session method is we basically create a session. Now what happened in call transaction method is you are running it, you are directly running it, and when you are running it, it is getting executed. But here you can create a session and run the session later at a stipulated time. Means you can schedule a particular time, and you can say that okay, this session needs to be triggered at this particular time. That's what we can do. Those things we can do in the session method. Okay, so we have the call transaction method, and now we are discussing about the session method. In the session method, what we will do is we will just add a few additions here. That is, we will be creating a couple of we'll be using standard function modules, a few standard function modules in the session method. Here we're going to add something called BDC underscore open underscore break group. So we will be using 3 function modules. Okay, what are the function modules? Okay, so what are the 3 function modules that we are going to use here? The first one would be BDC underscore open underscore group, BDC underscore insert, BDC underscore close underscore group. Okay, so these are the 3 standard function modules which we are going to use. This first open group, we are going to call it before the loop. Now we'll call the loop here, we'll write the loop here, and we'll end the loop here. Insert, after the insert, we'll write the end loop. Okay, so here we are starting the loop here, we are ending the loop here, and this BDC insert needs to be done here. This is what we have to do. Okay, so this function modules we are going to insert, and creating the structure, creating the internal table, creating the work area, recording, everything is same, guys. The only addition is here, this one. Now here program, and I will explain you what exactly would be the difference when you do this. BDC underscore open underscore group. Okay, I'm calling this here, and in this BDC underscore open underscore group, we have to, the functionality which would be similar to it but with slight changes. We need to give the group name. I'll give the group name as okay. I'm now normally giving the group name as mail agents, and then we have cprog. I'm just uncommenting the cprog. Cprog is the program name, and I'm also uncommenting the exceptions because exceptions can be raised. So exceptions. Okay, this is done. Now inside the loop, all that we have to do is, because this is session method and this is not call transaction method, we need to comment this call transaction method, and we have to call a function module called open bdc underscore open bdc underscore insert. We need to call this bdc underscore insert, and in this the most important thing is the transaction code should be perfect, guys, because this is a transaction code that will be open now. So we have this as mk01. Okay, I'm commenting this, and tables it underscore bdc data. See, here we have used using it underscore bdc data, right? So the same thing we are using here. Exceptions, we'll uncomment them again here. Now after the end loop, we need to go for pattern. Now bdc underscore close underscore group. So in this, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to enter anything, but I'll uncomment exceptions. The advantage of uncommenting the exceptions is you are going to trigger that error, and you can see what exactly is the issue if the data is not loaded. Because of some reason, if the data is not loaded, you can see the issue there. Okay. So bdc underscore close underscore. Done. Okay, these are the mandatory things, guys. Nothing else. So I have commented this call transaction. This one line is commented here from the previous program, the call transaction, and then in that place we have used bdc underscore insert. Now when we execute this, let me activate this program. When you execute this program, that's it. Nothing will be seen here. Okay, you cannot say anything. So what happened now is it just created a session. Okay, I think in the flat file I didn't change the value, so I need to manually update just the vendor number, I guess. Okay, now session will be created, guys. This session we have to go to SM30 and run it. SM35 and run it. Let us go to SM35 transaction and run it. Session is not created here. SYU name happens to be our name, username. Yeah, so we have this legends. Okay, the session with legends has been selected. So just click on process, and now it will ask for whether do you want it to be run in foreground or errors only or background. Okay, just that's three options are there, right? All screen display, error screen display, no screen display. Now you need to select it here dynamically. Okay, and you can run this session later as well. So we have not yet run the session. So whenever we run the session only, the data will be loaded. process. Same thing happens now, and then I just add here B, enter, enter. Okay, then we have since I have to, I didn't update that in the notepad, I'm manually changing, otherwise you don't have to do that. Now, the advantage of this is that a log gets created here. So at any given point of time, even if you have kept it in the background also, we can go check what exactly happened, how many records have been successfully uploaded, how many records have been failed. Everything will be done by default. So there's a log here. I can just select that log and click on session overview, and we will get the session overview, how many okay, just double click on this. Now I just double clicked on it, and you will get to see that how many transactions have been read, 3 transactions, and how many processed, 3 processed, how many with errors, 0, how many are deleted, 0. So in this way you can see what a session has been processed, and what are the numbers for which we have this been created. Okay, so which vendor it has been created, also we can see the vendor number here, and here. Okay, these all things can be happening at the session method. So session method is best for huge amount of records that needs to be loaded in the backend. So what we can do is we can split data into packets. Okay, into packets, and these packets can be actually processed later. Okay, so let's say we have 1 lakh records. These 1 lakh records can be split into 10,000 records each into 10 packets of this, and then we can process them. These all things can be processed in the in this session method. Okay guys, so this is session method, and the only addition that we have done is we have used 3 function modules: BDC open group, BDC insert, and BDC underscore close underscore group. These are the things that we have done. Okay, and we have used open underscore group before the loop, and BDC insert at the end of the loop, just before the end loop, and then close group we have done it after the end loop. This is what we have done. And once we have updated that, now we create a session, and that session we went into SM35 and executed that. So that's the basic difference here. Going forward, you can learn, you can just go through the documentation of what exactly are the differences between BDC session method and call transaction method, and you can understand those things. And that is also already there in the documentation of which is provided to us.